Hello, midlifers. It's Maria Allen, your midlife fulfillment coach, and I'm coming to you again to try to strengthen your moxie muscle. And that moxie is the courage to do whatever you want to be and want to do and to be whoever you want to be. The choice is yours, whatever you deem to do or become. So we talked last week about not waiting for other people to give you permission and giving yourself permission. You're capable, you're able, and nobody knows more than you do what is best for you. I want to talk this week about the importance of giving yourself permission to feel. I think a lot of times as midlife moms and midlife spouses that we have just been conditioned to stay stoic and stay strong for the family. And on the surface, it may seem like it's a good role to play, but it really does take its toll. And it really does have consequences. So life can be tough. And feelings are going to need to be expressed because life sometimes really does need to be dealt with. And if you don't deal with your feelings as they come up, it's only going to prolong the working through it. I mean, regardless, as if it's worked through in the very beginning or if it's worked through 5 years from now, it will still be something that needs to be addressed and needs to be worked through. So not addressing your feelings can also cause you to act in non-authentic ways. I mean, instead of being able to really just walk into who you are and what you're experiencing at the time and expressing it, you turn into a robo-mom or a Stepford wife because you've just pushed those feelings so far down that you've lost track of it. So the feelings will always be aching to be addressed. They'll be screaming to be addressed if they're not addressed in the early phases. Your body will let you know when there's something that needs to be done to soothe it, to make it feel better, and to put you in the right direction. So a lot of midlifers think that staying in control is the high road, is the way to be, and it's only a Band-Aid. It's a quick fix. So we've been conditioned, midlifers, not to be uncomfortable or make other people feel uncomfortable. So we reach for that pill, we reach for that drink, we turn to our work, or we do a million other things instead of just getting still and addressing what is coming up for us. Sometimes you have to go to where the pain is and able to deal with it. And that's just life, like I said earlier. So when something comes up, it comes up for a reason. There's nothing Mother Nature did with our bodies that is just haphazard. So your feelings, your emotions, just like your desire and your passions, will make themselves known and they want to be expressed. And the signals that your body give you will let you know what needs to be expressed. And avoiding expressing that will leave you disconnected, unbalanced, and it's going to keep you stuck. So I can think of so many situations in my own life. Thinking back, I remember being a fairly new wife with my second husband. And I really had not taken the time or given myself the self-care enough just to delve into what I need to do just to be happy, just to be able, hey, thanks for joining me. And just to be able to, live on this earth and give my best self. And I remember one time waking up and I was just so hungry, and I found myself just eating all day long, and I couldn't get enough food. I was just binging all day long. And when I finally took the time to get to the core of what in the world was going on, because I'm not really a binger, I realized that I was furious at something that my husband had done. And my way of ignoring being angry and trying to, to stay the good wife and not cause any ripples was just to eat it. I was going to eat. I was going to focus on that, and I was going to stuff it down with food. And I remember another time, or quite a few times, where I would find myself just biting people's heads off, just really for no reason. And it really wasn't characteristically something that I did. I'm not one who would behave like that. And so when I really took time to examine what was going on here, I realized I was really anxious for a variety of reasons. It could be for a new program I was starting, or a conference I was going to, or a paper that I was writing. And the anxiety was just causing me to, act in a way that wasn't me, wasn't authentic. And so when I got to the root of it, I was able to examine it. I was able to talk my way through it and address the anxiety and do it in a healthy way that didn't involve, isolating and taking it out on people that I loved. So if there's nothing else that you get from your Moxie message tonight, it is that your body will let you know, and it's designed to let your feelings be expressed. And it will give you signals, and I urge you, address these emotions. Nip them in the bud when they're pebbles. Don't wait for them to become boulders. Don't wait until you're clinically depressed or chronically anxious. Nip things in the bud and get to the root. So another thing I will advise, and one thing that I do, is if you need to have a pajama day, have a pajama day. If there's a day where you just want to stay in bed and binge on, Netflix and, eat ice cream and, just have a day that you just cuddle yourself and that you just hug yourself all day, I say do it. Take a self-care day. It's a sick day. It's a way of just getting yourself back on track. That, midlifers, is the way to do it versus not being able to get out of bed and becoming clinically depressed because you haven't addressed what was eating at you, what was bothering you. So nip it in the bud with self-care. Don't let it get to a point where it's out of your control. So throughout this, midlifers, life is filled with stuff. And some of that stuff is painful, and it has to be dealt with. And it has to be dealt with in a way that sometimes can be uncomfortable. But that is life. And I know all you Moxienistas out there, you can deal with it. Because if you couldn't, your body wouldn't be giving you the signals. You can also deal with your passions and your desires, because if you couldn't, they wouldn't be there for you. They wouldn't be calling for you to have them expressed. So I hope you got something out of that. And I think permission, and that's why I focused on it this week and last week, is such an important topic for us as midlife women. So take it to heart and strengthen that Moxie muscle. So I also wanted to remind you, midlifers, that Midlife Matters, our community of possibilities, is available. And right now, it's $1 for a 30-day trial subscription. And then after that, it's $19.97 a month if you enroll during this holiday time. And it's wonderful. It's filled with value. We have we go over one principle that allows you to master midlife every month. There are 12 principles that you must learn and that you must get comfortable with in order to master your midlife. We conquer one a month with a training and worksheets and supplemental videos and all kinds of things. We have guest speakers scheduled. So we have challenges and just tons and tons of stuff. So take a look at it. Go on my website, mariaallen.com, and check out the Midlife Matters subscription group. And I think it's something that's worthwhile, and I think it's something that you'll benefit from month after month. So midlifers, take care. And for those of you who have joined me live, thank you very, very much for taking your time with me. And I'll talk to you again next week. Bye-bye.